This video was brought to you by Markus Bil, Elbilmek, ABRP, Steurenberg, Kempower and Bilkomponenter.
Yo, what's up? Today I'm gonna try to play with vehicle to load. You know, a while ago I tried something similar with a Honda E, but that one was different because the Honda E had 1.5 kilowatt Shuko in the car, and you could then pull power from it to, I don't know, run a microwave oven. But that was a separate inverter in the Honda E to convert it up, and I could only charge it at well, it was a 6 amp, you know, roughly 1.5 kilowatt, 1250 watts roughly, and it had to then maybe use some inefficient stuff via the 12 volt system. I'm not sure how the inverter there worked, and I had got quite poor efficiency. It was a Honda E giving juice to a Model 3. 76% efficiency only, or 24% losses. But what about this Hyundai Ioniq 5? Because this has vehicle to load, but it doesn't use a separate inverter. It uses the onboard charger that can go bi-directional. So we're gonna try now to charge a Skoda Enyaq. I just finished a 1000 kilometer challenge. The Enyaq is quite low. It is at 11% battery, and then the Ioniq 5 has been farming grid reward last night, and it is at 100%. So will we get better than 76% efficiency or 24% losses? 800 volt car giving juice to 400 volt car. Okay, let's see. So the way it works is that we have this, well, I can choose, wait, how do I open this door? I'm a noob. Oh, okay. We could choose the Shuko in here. But, oh yeah, here, see? Wait, how's it? There. But for practical reason, actually, I want to use the one outside, but you can't actually double penetrate. You can take out vehicle to load there, and then simultaneously take out from here. So we have this adapter that follows the car, and you can then get 3.7 kilowatt or 16 amp from it. So I have the cable from, this is the emergency, you know, the rescue stuff from EV-kabel. I'm gonna set up everything, but before that we have to check the stats on the Enyaq first. So I only have one OBD adapter, so I have to cycle between them. But here we start with 8650 on the energy here, and then we have to check out the Ioniq. Okay, in the Ioniq it looks slightly different, but it's still car scanner with another phone. It reports 73,292 watt hour. So I've written down all this. Now let's connect everything and start charging. All right, vehicle to load is active. You just plug it in here and you just press the power button. It goes green, and then we connect it to the Skoda Enyaq over here. It's green there, it's charging. And then we can see here on the charging cable, just like when we run out of juice. Oh, it's, that's it. It's taking only 9.2 amps. Really? Okay, but nice voltage, at least 2 kilowatt it reports. And then if we look in the Enyaq, that's the donor. This is the receiver, right? Yeah, so 8.7 kilowatt hour now. So it's taking 1.6 kilowatt. This is a lot faster than when we did with the Honda E, because we got only 1 kilowatt after losses into the battery in the Tesla. So it's frigging fast. Here it reports 1.7 kilowatts something, 7 kilometers per hour. It will finish in, well, it's supposed to say here, but I have the ignition on right now. So yeah, it will finish in around 40 hours something. And then I can show you what happens inside the Ioniq then. So here it says keynote, okay, here, transferring vehicle to load. Hey, interesting. Here it outputs 2.1 kilowatt. And then wait, I haven't brought up, I have. Okay, car scanner reports 2.5 kilowatt. Wait, this is as far as I remember now, just slightly different layout and color, but this should be what goes out from the battery, right? And then 2.1 kilowatt is what is then transferred out from the plug after some losses, after, well, I mean, the screen here and whatever is on. So eventually we need to shut down everything to see more realistic numbers. So, but at least here, what you can do is you can just, okay, let me bring the stuff with me. Okay, and now we're in the Enyaq. I'm gonna lock the Ioniq. Hopefully the alarm doesn't sound, because in the Enyaq, if we leave car scanner running or OBD active, the alarm will sound. It's a safety feature. But now you see that it's pulling 3 kilowatt from the Ioniq. Really? Wait. So from 3 kilowatt there, we only get 1.6 kilowatt into the battery here. Whoa, that is some massive losses somewhere. What the heck happened there? Vehicle to load or vehicle to losses? Okay, but anyway, we need to then also not keep this car active. So I buckle up behind myself. So eventually I have to be like this, off, you know. But then if I stop, now it says in 41 minutes, 41 hours it'll finish. So, we need to leave the car and lock it down, but then stop car scanner on both cars and then leave it like this for at least many hours to see then, because the longer we run it, the more accurate the number is going to be. So all right, let's stop this, stop the other one also, and then we see, sit and wait, and I can actually look at it in the app also. Okay, so in the Skoda app it reports as charging, of course, but okay. We have seen so many numbers here. Here it reports 1 kilowatt. What happened to 3 kilowatt from the donor? Okay, it's gonna take time left 1 day, 16 hours and 55 minutes. Or wait, I saw another number here. There is 42 minutes, 42 hours left. Yeah, why not? Okay, so this is what it looks like over here. And then if you go to Blue Link, which is the Ioniq app, then okay, I'm not sure if I need to refresh this with refreshing data. It's not as smooth as Tesla, but okay, sending request, and then okay. Here it says battery level 99%. It was 100% just now, and then charging it says plugged in. What? No, but we're not charging, so this car doesn't show any vehicle to load status. But okay, anyway, let's leave it like this for a couple of hours. Then I go inside and spend some quality time with Isabel. We've been charging for about 8 hours now, so let's see how it has gone, right? I'm not sure. Okay, when I approached the Skoda, it didn't unlock, unlike the ID7, but here, okay, I approach it, unlocks. Okay, it's hot in there. But we are now down to 75%. I think it was 99% when we started. Well, here shows that we have 54 kilowatt hour left. And then let's check out the charging cable. How much energy did we push through the cable? 18.2 kilowatt hours. It's been 8 hours and 43 minutes actually. Okay. And then what about in the car? I think it's gonna stop now once we unblock. That's how it works with MEB cars. It should stop charging. Let me check the charging cable here. What it says. Yeah, you see now it's 0. So I think we'll just unplug to. Now we stop the test. And then we're gonna look at all the numbers. So see here we are at 31%, so we gained 20% here. And in the Enyaq now we have 15.9 kilowatt hours. So if you look at the Ioniq first, from the Ioniq to the cable, we have 5.7% loss. That is pretty good. It means that the onboard charger must be quite efficient. I'm not sure how the cable counts everything, if we can trust all the numbers totally there, but okay, that's how it is. And then from the cable into the car, into the battery here, we have 12.3% loss. That is somewhat big. I have tested before charging loss from just a regular AC into a Model 3, and that is with silicon carbide hardware, but it was around 8% loss with charging loss, regular AC charging loss. So here we have 12.3%. I'm not sure why that is so high. It could be that the number in the cable is somewhat incorrect, because the combined loss from here via the cable to the red car is 17.3, and that is roughly 8% times 2, right? So maybe the cable is counting slightly incorrect. I'm not sure, because I think both these cars should have quite efficient hardware. We shouldn't just say that, oh, this Skoda is inefficient and this is 800 volt architecture, so that's why it is so efficient. But anyway, total loss, at least I calculated to be 17.3%, and that is a lot better than the 24% loss we had with the Honda E, because we were charging much slower, so the car's brain, the BMS or whatever, had to be awake. Also, yeah, I remember the Honda, the donor, also had to be awake. So that was waste of maybe several hundred watts. The screen is on or something. Whereas at least here, you can leave the car off and locked, so it will not run any extra accessory, whatever, right, to steal that precious power that you want to output. So this is actually way better solution than the Honda, but the Honda was not really a vehicle to load. It was just an onboard Schuko. So interesting, yeah, 17% loss. It's still kind of high-ish, but what could you use this for? Well, people want to use maybe the onboard Schuko for charging a laptop or something, or watch TV, or I don't know, run a toaster, or you can even use the external, and then or you can go camping. But you can also charge another car with this if you just happen to have excess energy here. Oh, I have a better idea. If you can charge for free at work, you will then fill the battery at work, and then you come home and you empty it on another car you have at home. But it's going to take some time, like you see now. It's going to take, even all night, you will not empty that much of the battery. So that is the problem, unless you double penetrate and take out 2 Schuko, but then you cannot take out 2 Schuko to input into one car. Actually, maybe there's a device that can do that, but at least I don't know, or I don't have that hardware. But I think the limitation here is the Schuko speed, 10 or 9.6 amp or whatever that went through the cable. If cars would have type 2 to type 2, like a gay cable, plug them together, or is it lesbian cable? I'm not sure. LGBT cable, yeah, then you could possibly, let's say, transfer 7.4 kilowatt, because I'm not sure how much that onboard charger allows you to push through, but we have at least 2 Schuko outlets, and they are rated for 16 amp each. So I think you could possibly pull 32 amp from the Hyundai and then into something else, or at least 2 times 16 amp. I'm not sure if you can pull as much as 11 kilowatt from it, but yeah, interesting to explore the possibilities of vehicle to load. And I think actually in the future, every car should have vehicle to load. Tesla, are you listening? And also, well, even MBB cars, they don't have it. But the Chinese cars and many of the Korean cars, they have vehicle to load, which is very useful, but it's not the same as vehicle to grid. So it has limitations. You cannot simply plug this into, I don't know, the house, right? And do like a virtual power plant, because as you see, you have to put the adapter in here, and then while the adapter is there for output, you cannot input power. Well, unless you plug it in normally on the regular charge port, but then you output from the internal whatever, right? The internal plug. But you cannot do that. As long as you are plugged in, then the internal doesn't work. So it's just a logic that at least Hyundai have programmed, that as long as you plug in, you cannot do that. It actually is a kind of weird logic, because even when you are DC charging, like I experienced when I did the EV6, you cannot use the internal Schuko for taking out something. It's like weird logic, because DC charging is not using the onboard charger. And remember that the charger is in the car, and then the cable, that's a charging cable, and also the wall box, that is a charging station and not a charger. Charger is in the car, just like USB cable versus charger. Okay, whatever. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.